We want you to take a look. This is just unbelievable. You want to know what it's like to be a red state Democrat running in 2010? It means that you basically have to pretend you're not a Democrat. Take a look at Blanche Lincoln's inaugural campaign ad.
I'm Blanche Lincoln, and I want to show you what it's like in Washington these days. And your tax dollars? This is why I voted against giving more money to Wall Street, against the auto company bailout, against the public option health care plan, and against the cap and trade bill that would have raised energy costs on Arkansans. None of those were right for Arkansas.
That would be against 4 White House Democratic leadership bills. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're against Democratic priorities, and by the way, the children, the party that's in charge of Washington is the Democratic Party. But Blanche Lincoln knows she's got to run away from it.
I think those were actors, though. We want to show you a bit of the Jonathan Karl's latest subway series. He caught up with Senator John McCain on those rails beneath the Capitol yesterday. Take a look at their very interesting conversation.
So let's start right with the news of the day. The president's got his new health care proposal out. He sent a letter outlining 4 specific Republican ideas he's put into his bill. So is he meeting you halfway?
No, and I noticed that one of those was mine, and it was concerning the 800,000 person carve-out in Florida for not having any cuts in Medicare Advantage program. One of the reasons why I raised that is there's 330,000 people in my state who would be subject to cuts. It's an example of the total sleaze and unsavory aspect of the deals that were made in order to buy votes.
So it's still a sleazy bill at the end of the day?
Oh, it's the worst example of vote purchasing that I have seen in my years here. The magnitude of it. I mean, just the one on the 800,000 people in Florida. That's like $5 billion.
Now, you warned of cataclysmic effects, those were your words, if they try to jam this through on reconciliation. It seems like they're going to do it. So what are the cataclysmic effects?
What I think is going to happen is you're going to poison the environment here for the rest of the year because we think this is really the wrong thing to do. But maybe more importantly, the American people, I think, are going to be even more vigorous in November in their in displaying their anger at what the Democrats have done.
What do you say to people, and I'm sure you get this question a lot, you know, what happened to the old John McCain? You know, the John McCain that worked with Democrats, that reached across party lines, that, you know, was a thorn in the side of his own party. What happened?
You know, it's a funny thing. I heard that during the presidential campaign, too.
Yeah.
What happened to the old John McCain? Then I heard in the primary, what happened to the old John Who was the old John McCain? The old John McCain and the present John McCain, I fight for what I believe in. I'm a fighter. I enjoy it. One of the reasons why I miss Ted Kennedy so much is a fight not joined is a fight not enjoyed. And so, of course, I stand up for the things I believe in. And I'm willing to, obviously, negotiate with the Democrats.
So speaking of the fight not joined here, you've got an opponent out there, J.D. Hayworth, former colleague here.
Yeah.
He says that he thinks that if you win re-election, you're going to, quote, go mavericky again. And by that he means you're going to become not conservative. What do you say to J.D. Hayworth?
Well, what I think is people in my state are hurting very badly. They want jobs and they want the economy to be improved dramatically. The question is who's going to be most effective? 32 mayors in my state have endorsed me. The chambers, the veterans, all of most organizations in Arizona believe that I can be and will be most effective for them.
Could this guy beat you then?
Listen, I have taken every race I've ever been in with the utmost seriousness, and I'm not running on my record. I'm running on that I know I have to earn every vote. I know I have to earn every vote. Too many incumbents, you and I know, believe that people will be grateful to them. That's not why they vote for people. I know I need to earn every vote.
So, looking large at the bigger picture nationally, will the Republicans win back the House? Will they win back the Senate this time around?
If you and I had had this conversation 6 months ago, we obviously would have had a different view. I am very much confident that it's a very likely possibility. We see more and more quality candidates getting into these races, and candidates matter. Scott Brown proved that. So I think there's every possibility, but the political environment is so volatile that, frankly, it'd be hard for me to tell you what it's going to be like a month from now as opposed to 8 or 9 months from now.
And you still like this job?
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I've enjoyed the last year enormously. Listen, you know, as I said, fight not joined is a fight not enjoyed.
Undoubtedly, undoubtedly.
John McCain, the guy, he does like a fight. There's no doubt about it. And you can hear in his voice how seriously he takes this Hayworth job.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because a lot of folks think this is, you know, he's kind of on the fringe and it's not serious. But John McCain is taking it seriously. He is fighting this out like it's a presidential.
And perhaps he doesn't need to. I mean, perhaps he's not that vulnerable, but he is certainly attacking it that way. And it's so fascinating to hear him talk about this version of John McCain.
Yeah, right. Who was that old guy? I don't know. I don't know who that guy was at all.
That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again tomorrow.
Twitter.com/TheNote. Answer our question of the day or whatever else you want to say. We're here to listen.
Smart answer today, I think.